begins to fade now, and I feel like I'm losing time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat, I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat, I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Simracersworld TV and Spa Francorchamps, one of my favourite circuits in the world, for another round of the Sim Stickers Formula 3 series here on Simracersworld TV. My name is Chaz Draycott, and I am, of course, your host for the season and for the evening. And well, to say I'm looking forward to this one is an understatement. This championship has been amazing since we got it going this season, and it's been a real honour to be able to join you guys and, of course, bring you all of the action as well. Realised I'm a little bit loud there, apologies for that, if I've blown anybody's ears off. But we have a very packed grid once again. The guys are just out at the moment in lone qualifying. It's very much underway. We're going to take a quick look at the championship standings, of course. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Just bear with me, everyone. I have to click one button. You ready? You ready? You ready? No. Okay. So, apparently, it wants to look at the AM Championship standings. Let's look at the overall. There you go. Adrian Falcon leads the championship. 246 points to the 225 points of Bart Daleman. Brian Loyne's third for Sim Stickers, with Ross Nicholson behind him. Those boys doing a cracking job. Dries van den Rijk fifth. Kevin Zemstra in sixth position. Tanguy van der Veeg is in seventh, with Ewan Marshall eighth. Victor Borrelia Centelles is in ninth, and Seb Hawkins rounds out your top 10. We'll skim through the rest of them for you all. Christophe Herbigneaux, you can see down there in 18th after doing one race meeting with us so far. The defending champion not having it all his own way at Monza last time out, and as you can see all the way down this order, it is very close indeed. Chris Roberts saying he's been disqualified from his qualifying lap. Not quite sure why on that one, mate, I'm afraid, but I'll have to leave that one with you. So here's Christophe Herbigneaux, the number 92, defending champion, of course. Just goes top, 2:11.4 from Tom Wallstra's 2:11.5. It's incredibly close. Don't forget, all these guys qualify, and then everyone that's in what is called an odd position, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on, will take part in the first heat. And then the second heat will be everyone else from there, essentially, from the even positions. So this is Christophe Herbigneaux flying at the moment around the wonderful Spa Francorchamps, which we all know and love. We love it, don't we? We absolutely love it here, don't we? Brilliant circuit, brilliant driver as well. Christophe Herbigneaux is an incredible talent and always good fun to watch. This is lone qualifying though, so they just get a handful of laps to do. Here's Louis Correa. Oh, Arthur Fry just jumps up the order there, the privateer in the blue and pink car. Arthur's been good to watch this season. He's been caught up in a few incidents, unfortunately, but it happens to the best of us. Josh Clogg is down there in 16th place. He was not at Monza, but he had a nightmare of a time when it came to Phillip Island, so hopefully he has a better time tonight, because, to be honest, Josh should be right up there in the thick of it with the championship contenders, but no, doesn't seem so at the moment. just turn my microphone down a little bit for you, just because I know I was a touch on the loud side for a moment there. Just watching Josh now come into the end of his lap, 1.1 seconds off the pace. It is a long lap around here at Spa, so to be honest, it's quite easy to drop a few tenths at every single corner, and it adds up to quite a lot. Herbigneaux 2:11.6 goes faster towards the end of the lap. Josh Clogg 2:12.8, so he just still cannot beat that time and improve again. Nicholson, he improves though for Simstickers Racing. In the number 68 car, he goes into 4th place. Bentham, Sam Bentham for Quantum Racing. There's his livery loading. Or apparently Quantum Racing anyway. Oh, Ronin Simsport apparently, Sam Bentham. Apologies. Looks like I've overlaid the data on the wrong thing there. That's my mistake. Sorry Sam, sorry boys at Quantum. I'll just get that sorted for you now. I did copy all this over earlier, but well, you know what technology's like, everybody. It can be a pain in the backside. So we'll sort that out then. So Ronin Simsport Academy for Sam Bentham. We'll just... There you go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. How are we all doing tonight? Anybody? Please do say hello in the chat. That is the end of qualifying. So that will give us the first of the 2 grids. So Adrian Falcon is on pole for this one from Tom Walstra, Ross Nicholson, Brian Loynes, Ben White. Then we have Arthur Fry, John Tusting, Sebastian Heberer, Holger Meifert, Lee Woodburn, Ben Hoffman. Then we have Stephen Grabowski, Hans Polmans, Henning Stuhlinger, Karn Newen, Matty Scrone, Daniel Merchant, and at the back of the grid for this one, it's Paul Klist. So heat 1 of the night then. Don't forget everybody, this kicks off mighty fast. And it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I cannot tell you how excited I've been. It's 2 weeks between each round. I have my British Boring Car Championship on the alternating Thursdays. I tell you what, I cannot wait till this comes around each time. Louis Correa is there in the white car on the left-hand side of the grid, just behind Ross Nicholson, 5th on the grid. We have a 6-lap heat for this one then. There is Adrian Falcon, championship leader at the moment, qualified 2nd out of everyone, I believe. I think he may have pipped Herbigneaux at the very end there with me missing it, being too distracted by driver info. Just waiting for Arthur Fry, there he is. And John Tusting, there he is. And Karn Newen, there he is. Couldn't make it up. Right then, first heat of the night everybody. This is going to be an absolute corking evening of racing. Let's get this underway then. Round 3 of the Simstickers Simracersworld Formula 3 Series is away. Louis Correa gets a poor start. Arthur Fry jumps to the middle. Lee Woodburn a little bit out of shape. Adrian Falcon over to the left-hand side there to defend from Tom Walstra. Ross Nicholson's in there as well. Ben White is just going around the outside of Arthur Fry. There's Ben Hoffman, his teammate, a little bit further back. Looks nice and tidy through there at the moment. Adrian Falcon, though, there he is. Very close-up shot of the Team Iridium car leading them down the hill. Arthur Fry's up 2 places already, so he's had a great start. Let's have a look at the shenanigans in the middle of the field as they make it up a Rouge towards Radion. Nice and tidy once again from all these boys. Side by side for 2nd place. Or is it? No, it's not quite. There's Louis Correa trying to make some moves as well. A bit of darting around there. Number 99 in the middle there, John Tusting in the Quantum Racing car. He's got a very good view of all the battles going on in front of them. That is Louis Correa and Ben White side by side. Holger Meifert is just behind John, who we're on board with now. I'll show you the dashboard in the bottom right so you can see the speed that the car is doing. Oh, Arthur Fry is around. Arthur Fry's had an issue and he's gone straight back to the pits. Unfortunately, Arthur Fry. Oh, wow, that's serious damage for that one. Let's have a look at what happened to Arthur. This was just behind. Actually, sorry, this was just in front. He's gone that far off. I missed it on shot. Oh, straight into the barrier, and that is the end of that one for Arthur. So, Ross Nicholson 3rd. Bit of a gap back to Brian Loynes, but he's going to be happy to be up there. Ben White currently in 5th position. The top 8 go through from these heats. Chris Herbigneaux in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to tonight's racing. Here's Ben Hoffman side by side with Stephen Grabowski in the very, very, almost like an art car. Here's Dallara. Tim Rutten saying that Arthur Fry had some connection issues in practice. That's a real shame. This is very close between these lot, though. This is Ben Hoffman, Grabowski, Stuhlinger, Polmans, and Khan Newen at the back of this, thinking, oh my god, what am I getting myself into? Down the inside goes Grabowski on Hoffman. Side by side into the bus stop. Grabowski gives him plenty of room, but that means he's going to fall back now and under pressure from Stuhlinger, who can't do anything about it. And of course, don't forget, Hans Polmans there in the Flemish Sim Sports car. We are humongous fans of those guys and their livery on Simracersworld TV. Oh, there's cars around in front though. Steven Grabowski's off. I think there may have been contact. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, it looked like there was going to be a bit more contact there. I'm going to keep my eye on if anyone's about. Oh no, it's just a lock-up actually from Grabowski. Up the hill they go, just behind as well. Khan Newen's got the attentions of Henning Stuhlinger just behind him, on board now. That behind there is Daniel Merchant in the number 3 car. He had a bit of a tough time at Monza as well. It's close between Ben White and Louis Correa, by the way. Ben White there in the white Year 1 Racing Alpha Live car. Louis goes around the outside, opens a door that's not really there. Ben doesn't give him any room at all. He says, nope, that's my racing line, mate. You are going onto the grass whether you like it or not. Look at that down the inside as well, though. The number 420, that's Holger Meifert. Beautifully done. Takes advantage of that. Now he's got the run on Ben White as well. Ben defending a bit too hard for his own good there. That's not going to help him. Oh, down the inside, Louis Correa has been hit. That was John Tusting. I think Louis may have squeezed him, and that's in the wall, and that's surely broken the front right. Is it going to fix itself? No. Oh, wow. Whoa, who is that upside down? That was that Henning Stuhlinger? Henning Stuhlinger was upside down there. What has gone on between these boys? So Louis Correa gets contact and goes off. Henning Stuhlinger is already upside down. My goodness me, what has gone on there? Oh, there's a stationary car. That was John Tusting. Oh, wow, okay. John was already stationary at this point. That's from the contact. And then Stuhlinger, oh, I just didn't see him. It's a massive accident. And he's now sat in the pit lane, of course. No wheels on his wagon. Tom Wallstra has just gone off circuit and taken the lead. But he's going to have a slowdown for that one. Let's have a look here. What's gone on there? He's just going to overshoot the bus stop, is he? Down the inside of Adrian Falcon. Way too hot on the brakes. Oh, a little bit of a tap there as well. It didn't do any lasting damage. It's close again between Ben White and Holger Meifert. Ben is putting up a very, very hard defence here on the German. He's got 3 Germans behind him, Meifert, Heberer and Hoffman. Hoffman, his teammate. Up the hill, there you go. We saw a massive accident between Jack Werrell and Tim Rutten here last season, where slipstreaming got a little bit too close for comfort. These two side by side now towards Les Combes. Who's going to come out on top here? Ben White brakes very late, gets it turned in as well. Beautiful. Virtual Racing Compound in the chat. Good to see you guys. Hope you're well. This is my first broadcast in the new house, in the new studio, so I hope everything sounds and looks okay. Apparently so far everything internet wise is fine, quality wise seems fine. Just let me know if anything needs changing or sorting out. This is Steven Grabowski on the back of Hans Polmans. Down Pouan they go. Cheers, boys. Thank you very much. I've got some of the soundproof foam up as well in this office. I wasn't allowed to put it up due to my rental agreement in the previous house. So I have soundproof foam now. Well, not soundproof, but it stops the echoes of nasty walls. There is a big white wall next to me that still needs filling, but I'm back at work as well now. So not as much time in the day to do these things, but as you can imagine, there's a hell of a lot going on with moving house, sorting the studio out. And Adrian Falcon has gone slow, and yes, there is damage. There is damage to the front right of that car. That was from the earlier contact, I believe, which means that Tom Wallstra has actually taken the lead of this race now. That's gone back through. Let's have a look. Did it down the straight, so that's going to be hurting Adrian down there. And then Ross Nicholson's going to fly through as well. And to be fair, Adrian's not going to be far off, doing that same part of the circuit again. They're not quite side by side for the race lead. Let's go on board with Brian Loynes, who's sitting here in 4th place in the Sim Stickers car. Look at that, Adrian's just got no front end up there. The championship leader in trouble. Past he goes, and for the lead as well, Tom Walstra and Ross Nicholson having a bit of a play around here. Pop some bangs as well in the background, sounds great. Just trying to see if Tom Walstra's got any issues, but he seems absolutely fine, doesn't he? He's on fire. Not literally. Don't forget that the top 8 from this race go through, and then the top 8 from the second heat go through, and then we have the consolation race where the top 4 go through, and then we have the final. So heat racing in Formula 3 cars, everyone said, oh, that's a strange combination. But I tell you what, it's damn exciting and it's really good fun to watch. So let's go on board with a suspension cam. We all love a suspension cam, don't we? This is Holger Meifert then chasing down Ben White. These two both looking like they're going to go through at the moment. Oh, drivers voted top 8 in consolation. Apologies, Bart, that's my bad. I did read the PDF, but there's a lot of info to take in and remember, and I'm not that clever. So Holger now in the number 420 car. Nice. Down the inside into the bus stop on Ben White, but Ben again defending brilliantly. Nice little cutback attempt there by Holger Meifert, but just can't get the run out the corner. 24 drivers in the feature. What are you trying to do to me, Bart? iRacing now, of course, simulating humidity as well. It looks gorgeous, Ben White. That doesn't look so gorgeous though, outbraking yourself into La Source, does it, mate? He doesn't need to fight this too hard though if Holger's quicker than him. Side by side towards Eau Rouge. Don't do it, boys. Honestly, Bart's trying to kill me by putting 24 drivers in the feature. Don't go side by side up there. Ross Nicholson's taking the lead as well. He's like, oh, you know what, Chaz? You can go into cardiac arrest with excitement if you want. Side by side then, Walstra and Nicholson down the inside. Walstra is still looking. He wanted to fight that, but Ross Nicholson to the front. Sebastian Herbigneaux as well is having a scrap here with Ben Hoffman. These two fighting for the last place through into the next one. Beautiful orange and red metallics there on the Simracersworld esports car. Carl Newen as well, he's having a fight with Daniel Merchant and Lee Woodburn there, number 75 in the white and pink machine. Lee has to really jump to the right hand side there to avoid Khan. Side by side round No Name Hairpin that I believe does actually have a name that I can't remember. Henning Stuhling has had another issue, by the way, so he is definitely not going to be going through from this one. Don't forget though, these guys, wherever they finish in this race, oh, as Paul Clist has gone off the circuit in the Year 1 car, that's down at No Name Corner, that one. That's a good effort, that is, to be fair. Let's see what Paul's done here. He's clipped the grass on the left. Oh no, he's changed down early or something. It's a very odd one from Paul Clist there. Daniel Merchant for Flat Out Sim Sports, chucking it round the right-hander. Ben White and Ben Hoffman, the two Bens in the Year 1 Racing Alpha Live team, they're together, both going through as things stand. And on to the final lap now for Ross Nicholson. Race leader Tom Walstra does his fastest lap of the race, but not enough to stick with Ross at this point. Adrian Falcon, championship leader, he's not having too much trouble there. Here's Ben Squadron in the Year 1 Racing Alpha Live cars. Seb Heber just behind them as well. Hans Polmans then, he's got 2 seconds to find if he wants to qualify for the feature race from here. Oh, there's a car intertwining with them just ahead. I think that's... No, it's not Henning Stuhling. Is it Louis Correa? No. Is it Arthur Fry? No. Okay, I'm going to stop trying to guess, and we're just going to let these guys race. Thought someone joined the circuit in front of these guys there. Ah, Stephen Grabowski is actually in the background for position, so I must have been confused by somebody somewhere. Look at this though from Seb Herbigneaux. He doesn't want to just settle for 8th place. Wherever these guys finish in this race is their grid position for the feature. So these are for in positions 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on in qualifying, and that will put them 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on in the feature where they finish. So Seb Herbigneaux, he wants to be at least higher than what will be 15th on the grid. Chasing down Ben Hoffman and Ben White. But the two Bens doing a fine job at the minute, and of course plenty of time to make up positions in that feature. Sebastian doesn't want to push too hard now and lose the spot in the feature race just for the sake of 2 grid slots. I mean, he's going to take the advantage where he can, of course. But coming through Blanchimont one more time, someone that's a bit reinvigorated after having a up and down start to the season after a great season 1, is Ross Nicholson for Sim Stickers Racing, out of the bus stop for the final time. Takes the first win of the evening. Very well done, Ross Nicholson. Gets himself on pole for the feature. Tom Wallstra finishes 2nd. Brian Loynes is going to take the podium. Adrian Falcon will start 7th on the grid for the feature. Holger Meifert gets through, and then it's Ben Squadron, Ben White, Ben Hoffman. And then Seb Herbigneaux is the last one to qualify. Hans Polmans was only 1 position off the end there. Carn Newen and Lee Woodburn are side by side across the line, and those guys will then go through to the consolation race in a little bit then. But Ross Nicholson takes the first win of the night. Great drive from him. Very good drive indeed. Arthur Fry not having a good time there. Louis Correa as well. Arthur, of course, his own mistake. Henning Stuhlinger got involved in the accident where he's just going past now through Pouan. John Tusting apparently having issues getting out the pits. That's a shame. So hopefully we'll see the Quantum Racing driver in the final. He'll at least be in the consolation race, not the consolidation race. Is it? No, it's consolation race. Oh, get your words out, Chaz. Hope you're all well this evening there, everybody watching. Hope you're having a good time. We've got the weekend coming up. It's not too far away. Not too far away indeed. I hope you've all got very exciting plans for it. So we're just waiting for the last few cars to finish the race. Then Henning Stuhlinger just crossing the line now. And that'll be the end of that one. He will want to have a good run through the consolidation race then. So we have another grid for you all. This is Heat 2. Christophe Herbigneaux and Kevin Zemstra on the front row, with Bart Daleman and James Forsyth, Ewan Marshall, Dries van der Rijt, Tim Rutten, Sam Bentham, Josh Clogg down in 9th with Seb Hawkins and Matthew Forrest. Then we have Paul Godden, Daniele Guidici, Luke Wobbs, Victor Centelles. Then it's Greg Parmenter, Phil Reagan, Danny Fenning and Chris Roberts. And already they're getting ready to go. So we're just waiting for Christophe Herbigneaux, who hasn't taken to the grid yet. He's probably too busy watching in the YouTube chat. He does love to get involved. Everybody's on the grid, so we should have some red lights. Yep. There they are then. So Heat 2 of the night in the Sim Stickers Simracersworld Formula 3 Series is away. And we've got the pole sitter. And of course it's his home race for Christophe Herbigneaux. Just in the middle there is James Forsyth down the inside. It's getting a bit bunched up at the mid-pack there. Everyone's seeming to behave themselves. Yeah, that's nice and tasty. Ewan Marshall there in the Meraki car has got Tim Rutten, Sam Bentham, Josh Clogg and Seb Hawkins behind. That's going to get a bit messy, boys. You want to sort that out before you get to Eau Rouge, don't you? Josh Clogg there just in front. He's going to try and push through all of this lot. We'll go on board with him for a sec, but it's Christophe Herbigneaux holding on to the lead. Kevin Zemstra is just side by side with Bart Daleman for second place. At the moment, Bart Daleman's just got through. I believe he's down the inside. We'll see it just at the top of your shot. He is, yes. Kevin Zemstra loses out there. This is Josh Clogg in 9th position, though. Just in front, that is Sam Bentham for Ronin Simsport Academy. Plenty of shimmying around in the entire pack. That's Daniele Guidici there, just losing out to Danny Fenning in the SimStickers Academy car, just behind Greg Parmenter. Oh, he gets Phil Regan, hits him in the rear, and that's Chris Roberts as well. His already tough evening goes from bad to worse. Just a bit too close from Phil Regan there, and he's dug his own grave for that one, I'm afraid. But look at this, in second place, Kevin Zemstra. He's got Bart Daleman, Dries van den Rijt, one of my favourite drivers in the series. Dries is always so clean and so fast, and I love the livery. I love how simple it is. I'm going to tell you that every single round, so I won't let you forget it. But he's right in the middle of this fight now. We've got some great scraps going on. Round 2 complete. The first lap then. James Forsyth here in 5th position. Doing a sterling job at the moment for Year 1 Racing Alpha Live. Look at the run through Blanchimont, a bit wide there on the AstroTurf. And looking down the inside is Van den Rijt. He's starting to put the pressure on Bart Delman, who goes a bit deep into there, nearly into the back of Kevin Zemstra. They're just trying to get all the pressure they can on the cars in front. Seb Hawkins is close to the back of Matt Forrest. Christophe Herbigneaux 2:13.6. Look at that, 2:15.5 for Zemstra. Christophe Herbigneaux, of course, reigning champion. Look at him, he's just gone. Absolutely epic, Christophe Herbigneaux. Fantastic guy as well, really lovely bloke. Can he start to mount a comeback this season? He's in the middle of the championship table at the moment. Here's Sam Bentham all over the back of Tim Rutten. Zemstra and Daleman have swapped places again in second place. This has been beautiful and clean at the minute. Look at them all side by side, side by side. Josh Clogg's the only one that isn't. Seb Hawkins and Matt Forrest side by side into the lead. Come on, Matt squeezes him, gets the contact, and unfortunately, that was his own doing there. Oh, he needs to be careful reversing on. That was me saying it was clean just before they went in there. This is Tim Rutten as Bentham goes down the inside of him, side by side through there. Tim says, not in your life. Back down the inside into No Name. Love it. And then Josh Clogg now is going to be in here with the best seat in the house for this. Down towards Pooh on 3 wide? Nah, I think not, he says. I think not. Bits of stone and gravel and all sorts of rubbish get flicked up at him. Bentham and Rutten still side by side. Josh is just thinking, oh God, boys. Please sort it. But the fiercely forward USA car doing fine at the moment, doing everything he needs to do. He doesn't want to push too hard into this because out of those two ahead, no matter which one of them comes off or loses the 2 places, if they make a mistake, it's a qualifying spot for the feature race for Josh Clogg. So he needs to just have his wits about him here. Dries van den Rijt, by the way, as that cameraman falls over, has got James Forsyth right behind him. Into the bus stop once again. Dries feels the need to go defensive, gets the preferred line through there. Let's have a look back at what's happened between Bentham and Clogg. Oh, Clogg gets into the back of him. He was following really closely and he just got caught out by Bentham under braking there. And Bentham has been tapped, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. You'll see now, ready? Bentham's just going to tap the brakes just to get it turned in nicely there. And Josh just a little bit late reacting to that. And it really does bunch up into that point. And then I'm afraid that's dropped Ben right down the field. Not through Rouge. And this is the number 22 of Luke Wobbs with Victor Balea Santella's behind him. And Victor's got a brilliant run over Radion. He's just going to get rid of the overlap. Flipping heck, boys. On every broadcast I do, I say you don't need to move over on a straight. And people prove me right. Nearly did it again there. Just in the background, you've got 2 SimStickers cars. Greg Parmenter and Danny Fenning. Oh, Daniele Guidici's off. Manages to keep it out of the barrier. Nice little spin there to style it out by Daniele Guidici. I think he might have just got on the throttle or maybe hit some of the curb on the left-hand side. Yeah, the car's just a bit unsettled by the curb. Bit lively on exit. Here's Luke Wobbs then. He's going to be looking right behind him now. Paul Godden in the number 13 SimStickers car. He's trying his best to climb up the order and get into a qualifying spot. Josh Clogg is now there, of course, now that Sam Bentham has gone down the order. It's not the way he would have wanted to do it, but he's up into 8th place. Here's Ewan Marshall in the Meraki racing car. Lovely livery on that car. Andy Hopley does those. Jack Werrell in the chat. Everybody give a wave emoji to Mr. Werrell, fellow commentator on Simracersworld TV. Good to see you, Jack. Hope you're doing well, mate. We need to have a good catch-up and a good chinwag at some point soon, buddy. Feels like forever with this house move. Yeah, sometimes, John, it has to tow for quite a while back to the pits at Spa. But if you've still got the tyres and fuel and things ticked, it might take a while to do those. Seb Hawkins has had an issue. Seb, oh, nearly reversed onto the circuit then. Let's see if he had any contact. No, he's done it himself. Lit it up on the exit. Really lights it up. Wow, Luke Wobbs got away with that one. Oh. And then as well, that reversing was a bit scary. Greg Parmenter now has got Sam Bentham trying to make his way back up the order. Ben Hoffman's not in this race, Mr. Hopeman. Ben Hoffman's in the other one. He's part of Ben's squadron in the other heat. Look at these three. There's Victor Centelles in the blue car on the right, Paul Godden in the number 13, and Luke Wobbs in the 22. Onto the brakes until they come. Luke down the inside. Victor gives him all the room he needs. Danny Fenning and Greg Parmenter having a side-by-side battle as well. Oh no, Danny, nice save. That car started to break away then. That was a really, really good save by Danny Fenning. Let's go back on board for that one. You'll see it break away here. Ready? Turns left. Slams the brakes on, locks the front left, but still, what a save from Danny Fenning. You can be proud of that one, mate. Here's your race leader, Christophe Herbigneaux. And no, Jack, to be honest, I did mention your accident from Season 1, but nothing quite like that yet. Although, to be honest, we had Stuhlinger upside down through Pouhon, which was quite the effort, but there was a stationary car that he clattered into, which was out of sight. Bart Daleman chasing Christophe Herbigneaux, and that's pretty much all he did in Season 1. And I'm sure that he'll be happy to still be up there and be competitive. Kevin Zemstra doing fine in 3rd place at the moment. And it's Dries van den Rijt, Ewan Marshall, and James Forsyth. And then they've got 3 seconds back. Tim Rutten is on to qualify for the feature race as things stand. He's got Josh Clogg 0.6 of a second behind. There is Mr. Clogg. Josh is hoping for a bit of a smoother ride this season. He almost won a race in Suzuka last season, and I'm not going to give you the spoilers as to what happened there. This is Paul Godden trying to get past Centelles. He wants to get further up the order, and it's not quite on at the minute. Victor's gone a bit deep into the bus stop. So many different lines around there. It's scary to run into that one. Christophe Herbigneaux starts lap 5. Here's Sam Bentham just still trying to get past Greg Parmenter in the SimStickers car. Oh, you don't miss a trick, do you, Ollie? Mr. Slade there. I never said he didn't, in my defence. But yes, I did forget that he did that. So, thank you. Oh, Danny Fenning's had an accident. So's Phil Reagan. What's happened here? Danny Fenning. Oh, the car was out of shape again. Once again, Phil Reagan's had his own incident here. He spun on the exit of the bus stop. Josh Clogg and Tim Rutten, by the way, swapping places more times than I don't know what. As they go through Les Combes, and Tim Rutten's still in front. Great defensive stuff there from Tim Rutten. Holding on to 7th place. Luke Wobbs has actually lost out to Victor Centelles. This will be down the straight. Yep. In the slipstream. Gets the overspeed. Nice wheel-to-wheel stuff between the pair of them there. We've got one more lap to go after this one. Don't forget, still 2 races to go, everybody. We've got the consolation race for the guys that aren't going to qualify from this one. So 9th down, and then 9th down from the first race. And then we've got the feature. So the 4 that finish at, sorry, the 8 that finish at the top of the consolation race will then go into the feature. Yeah? Yes, Tim Rutten and a fiercely forward car. We have been here before, Jack, yes. But hopefully Josh doesn't end up in the barrier at the top of Pouhon. Anyway, Tim apologised for being so close and for that incident, so there's no bad blood. Tim's doing a great job, to be fair. Tim had a bit of a tough season last time round. Although it looks like, even though he's just got a solid black car, there is a spec map that's meant to be on that thing. So here we go. The tables are turned here a bit. Tim Rutten now being slipstreamed by Josh Clogg. Luke Wobbs has come in the pits, by the way. Tim moves over to the side and says, look, I've got myself a qualifying spot even if you overtake me, so let's see what happens. Luke Wobbs has gone in the pit lane now, I'm not quite sure. Sorry, this is Danny Fenning coming in the pits. Oh, Luke's got damage to the front of that car. Paul Godden's gone past him. It was already damaged from an earlier incident, it seems. Interesting. That's a shame. Here's race win. Well, I'll say race winner already. Race leader, Christophe Herbigneaux, HBX, the legend himself. Reigning champion, championship leader. And let's just enjoy a bit of front left suspension cam, shall we, with Christophe Herbigneaux. Battles down the order have spread out a little bit. I say that though, James Forsyke's only 0.3 of a second behind Dries van den Rijt, but those guys are both going to qualify for the feature as things stand. So is this man. Well, to be honest, Jack, you say that. Who's at the front? Never mind, is it even worth asking? Christophe's not had it his own way. Adrian Falcon, championship leader, did qualify on pole just at the end of the session. But into the final corner. One more time. HBX, Christophe, brilliant win. Takes heat 2 of the day. Nice finish, a little bit of a weave over the line as well. Bart Daleman, strong second place for car 2. Kevin Zemstra finishing in 3rd with Ewan Marshall. Well, he was 4th. Dries van den Rijt and James Forsyke steal that on the line. How did they do that? Let's have a look here with Ewan Marshall. We'll go on chopper cam. This will probably get taken down for abuse. Ewan Marshall then into the bus stop one more time. He's got Dries van den Rijt there just behind him. So Dries goes down the inside. Oh, Ewan's gone a bit deep in there. Tries to survive over the curb. And then James Forsyke goes, thanks very much, boys. And through goes Dries van den Rijt. Wow. That was crazy stuff. We're just waiting for a few more guys to finish. Victor Centelles, Matt Forrest, Luke Wobbs, Daniele Guidici. Tim Rutten managed to qualify in that one as well. So very well done to Tim. Josh Clogg got through. Ian Marshall as well did actually survive up to that. Paul Godden just missed out there, I'm afraid. He was 4 seconds off the back of Tim Rutten. And he will now be in the consolation race, which is coming up in just a moment. But 2 races down so far this evening, everybody. What do you reckon? We've got a great, great combination here, haven't we? Okay. So this is going to be the consolation race then. We'll get the grid up. Hans Polmans is literally the pole man for this one. Then you've got Paul Godden, Stephen Grabowski, Sam Bentham, Daniel Merchant, Seb Hawkins, Carn Newen, Greg Parmenter, Lee Woodburn, Victor Centelles, Matty Scrone, Matt Forrest, Paul Clist, Luke Wobbs, Arthur Fry, Daniele Guidici. Then it's Louis Correa, Phil Reagan, Henning Stuhlinger, Danny Fenning, John Tusting, Chris Roberts will line up 22nd on the grid. Those two at the back, John and Chris, have had a real nightmare so far tonight, so I really hope for them that it goes better this time round. There is the left-hand side of Hans Polman's car. No, Chaz doesn't know his left from right. That was the right-hand side, the beautiful Flemish Sim Sports car. The top 8 go through, then let's see what they can do. The 3rd race of the night, the consolation here in the Sim Stickers Simracersworld Formula 3 Series from Spa, get it out Chaz, is away. That was a poor start there by the 69er Sam Bentham on the right-hand side of our shot. Leading into turn 1 though, Hans Polmans, beautiful job. Let's see what shenanigans unfold here. A bit of slow traffic on the inside there, a bit of a traffic jam. Oh, one of the Year 1 cars popping up in the air then. I think that was Paul Clist, it was. Back to the front, it's Hans Polmans. Stephen Grabowski's gained a place there over Paul Godden. Sam Bentham's managed to actually get his place back and go into 4th position. But this is where tempers flare. These guys are going to be desperate to gain those places. Look at that, they're 3 wide there. Seb Hawkins going through the middle of Sam Bentham and Paul Godden. He doesn't care, he's not being patient, he's just cracking on with it. And up into 3rd place. Let's keep an eye on what's happening further down. Everyone behaving themselves. Oh, a bit of a check up there by Stuhlinger. Oh no, and Phil Reagan's off. Phil Reagan, and that's the number 46 of Mattis Groen as well. Oh, Daniel Merchant's just gone off as well. Whether he's done that on his own, we'll have to see. Let's have a look what happened to Phil Reagan. Phil had a strange incident earlier. Oh, he just drives into the rear. Wow, he just wasn't ready for the checkup by the look of it. Oh, there's a little flick to the right, but that was just correction from Mattis Groen. And then Daniel Merchant, he just ran wide on his own there by the look of it. And he's now battling with Danny Fenning a bit further down the order. Greg Parmenter has Matt Forrest just behind him. These are the last 2, well, one of the last positions to qualify here. That's Parmenter in 8th. And for the lead, Seb Hawkins on Hans Polmans. Rutten start for the Polmans. Wow. Wow, Anton. Wow. Oh, look at this. Carl Newen has got the number 13 of Paul Godden flying down the inside, although Godden's gone in. He's Godden himself into the pit lane. I'm sorry. This is really kicking off here behind. This is Daniele Guidici in the number 4. Behind him is Chris Roberts, who's made 10 places so far. I must say, Chris Roberts, what a drive. Down the inside of Correa as well. That was a bit needy from Chris Roberts. He was lucky there. He got away with that. Unfortunately, Correa didn't. And he's now lost a place or 2, but Chris Roberts is nearly into a qualifying place now for this feature race. He's gained 12 positions. Arthur Fryer's gained 9 as well to get up into 6th. I'll chuck the gains on the left-hand side so you can see what people have done. Merchant, of course, having a nightmare because of the incident. The lead has changed. Seb Hawkins back to that one. Look at this lot in here. Apologies, that's the wrong lot. Chris Roberts side by side with Luke Wobbs just behind Louis Correa. Then we've got Danny Fenning, Daniele Guidici, Daniel Merchant, John Tusting as well. John's gained 5 places. Oh, and around in front of them is Chris Roberts. He's been collected. He's had a bit of contact with somebody. I think that may have been... It's the Sim Stickers car. Is it Danny Fenning that's hit him? Oh, that was such a shame. Oh, Phil Reagan had another issue as well, by the way. Oh, he's just lit it up on the exit there. We'll have a look what happened to Chris Roberts, though. Spins it on his own. Oh, he gets hit by Luke Wobbs. It was Luke, and then obviously no weight over the rear end, and the car spins around. As soon as he puts his foot on the throttle, Luke Wobbs has had another issue. Something not right. Yeah, he's just pulled the car over. That's a real shame for Luke. Real shame. So the last qualifying spot now is actually Matthew Forrest. 4 places gained, 8th overall. And he's got Lee Woodburn behind him, knocking on the door. I suppose if it's a wooden door, he'll burn it down. I'm sorry. Greg Parmenter, he wants to hold on to these qualifying spots, but it's not working for him at the moment with Matt Forrest doing moves like that. Look at that, beautiful, round the outside, and he's coming in now as well. Oh yes, there is a pit stop. There is a pit stop in these races. Sorry. There is a pit stop in these ones. Oh, Danny Fenning, that's not the pit lane entrance, mate. John Tusting has also had an accident. Oh, Danny boy, what's gone on there? Something had already gone on with Danny Fenning there. Let me just have a quick look at this one. So John Tusting is on his right. Oh, there's contact. And it's broken something on the car, and then they've come back together. It was almost like redemption there. I'm not sure whether it was Danny that moved. We'll have to have a look at that later. Lee Woodburn is into the qualifying spot now, fighting with Matt Forrest, and well, Woodburn and Forest. Make your own. But Lee Woodburn, though, up into 7th place now. He's gained 2 positions from where he started. Arthur Fry's gained 11. Doing a great job at the moment, Arthur Fry. A very glowing privateer machine that he's driving. Seb Hawkins, of course, don't forget him. He's leading the race at the moment, number 15. Hans Polman 2nd, 25. Sam Bentham, after a poor getaway, is actually now up into 3rd place. Here's the forest fire. Down the inside goes Lee Woodburn in what I believe is a David Coulthard replica helmet from the 90s with the West branding on it. Oh, he goes to turn in, realises Louis Correa is trying to poke his nose in as well. Louis goes through. So Lee goes from 7th to 9th over the course of a few corners. And that, of course, means he's not in a qualifying place for the final race. This is Bentham all over the back of the Flemish Sim Sports car of Hans Polman's. Side by side. That's a beautiful livery, isn't it? The Ronin Sim Sport one. Nice spec map on that with the chrome logo down the side. Looks fantastic. Number 69, Giggity side by side. Into turn 1. The famous La Source. Now he's going to get the run. Look at the chrome Ronin Sim Sport logo as well. I like that. Sign me up, boys. Lap 4 out of 9 then. Arthur Fry has had an accident. Arthur Fry has apparently crashed. Literally just behind these boys. Oh, locks it up into La Source. Nicely done though, doesn't lose too much from it. We're back with this. That's Hans Polman's are on board with now. Sam Bentham on the left. Back down the inside into Les Combes. That's nice and close. Wheel to wheel from these boys. They don't need to risk it at the moment. They're both going to qualify for the feature if they do this. Look at this, beautiful racing from these pair. Sam Bentham's got his pink helmet out and everything. Down the inside into No Name Corner. Oh, he runs a bit wide on the apex. Hans Polman's manages to keep it though. Carries the speed around the outside. This is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. I'm expecting my P45 through the door, but Ian doesn't know my new address, so don't worry about that. No, I do hope you're enjoying the stream though, everybody. We've got a fantastic series on our hands here. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Hans Polman's now trying to defend as best he can from that man there, Sam Bentham. Oh, that hurts your eyes over the curbs. Down towards Blanchimont. Let's see if they lift. No, not a chance, do they? Brilliant. Flat out around there. Definitely, Tim, definitely. Plenty of great battles again from the SimStickers Simracersworld Formula 3 series. I hope you're enjoying the commentary and the coverage. I do really, as much as I love working with the likes of Jack Werrell, Hasse Roma, and of course Peter Mackay, I do enjoy these one-man shows. But of course none of this would happen without the guys on track. It's not a one-man show by any stretch of the imagination. That's me sounding incredibly vain. This is Arthur Fry. Sounds like he's short shifting, if anything. He's probably just happy to stay in 6th place. Your race leader, by the way, Seb Hawkins, has gained 5 places from where he started. Arthur Fry has gained 9, and he's holding back. Listen, he was letting off there. He's not going to go for it, is he? No, he's definitely letting off. You can visually see that he's letting off. Oh, Sam Bentham and Hans Polman still at it. Like 5 of 9 in the consolation race, and they're still going. And I tell you what, you've really got to admire the persistence of these guys as well. Not just these pair, but the guys that go through to the consolation, because they've taken part in at least one of the first 2 races. Then they've got the consolation, and if they get through, they've then got the feature as well. So it's a long old night for the boys that make it through from the consolation. Stephen Grabowski, by the way, 4th place at the moment, doing a great job. Stephen was not the quickest in Season 1. He had quite a lot of incidents near the starts of races. But he's up there now in 4th with that beautiful livery. Reminds me of one of the old HKS cars. Very bright and angular. Thank you very much, Seb. Much appreciated, mate. I really do enjoy these broadcasts and hope everyone's having a good time. Let me know if the quality looks good, guys. Apparently no dropped frames yet, despite the almost hour of broadcasting, which says good things about the internet here, doesn't it? At the new house, the new studio. Hopefully the sound is good as well. I've got the soundproof foaming up so there's no echoes or anything of that sort. But this isn't about me, it's about these boys. And this is Hans Polman's. Look at that on the brakes there from Sam Bentham. Nice and late. And Hans thinks, right, I need to calm down. I need a brew. I'm going to go in the pits. This is Carn Newen then with Arthur Fry. Arthur, that's a TH, not an F. Right behind him. Here's Louis Correa. He's gained 10 places so far. Lee Woodburn just behind is now into a qualifying spot. Daniele Guidici up 7 places into 9th. Daniel Merchant is 10th for Flat Out Sim Sports at the moment. Carn Newen is being closed in on by Arthur Fry. Arthur not letting off this time. Lap 6 of 9. And Arthur has the slipstream from the number 44 car, Stephen Grabowski there. He's going to be happy with that. He's a bit later on the brakes. Arthur turns it in. Nicely done. And that, of course, would put him on the inside for the next part of Le Con, but he's already got the move done, and he's on to chase down Stephen Grabowski now. Let's see what he can do. Arthur's been very quick since starting in this series. He took me by surprise at Phillip Island. Oh, Phil Reagan. Phil Reagan's had another blip here. Let's have a look. Oh, just locks him up into La Source. And it's not been the most enjoyable of nights for Phil Reagan, I'm afraid. He's got some good airtime out of it, though. And, of course, the Year 1 cars showing off the logos and the branding. Danny Fenning is back out on track after repairing the damage from earlier, but he's not going to be going through, I'm afraid. Any of the guys that finish outside of the top 8 in this race, by the way, they get their positions locked in and they get given championship points from there. And then, of course, everyone else that goes through to the feature gets their points decided by that. But Arthur Fry is frying at the moment. He's cooking on gas, you could say. Up into 3rd place for car 33. He's gained 12 places from where he started. A great drive at the moment. And I hope for his sake he can keep this up as well. Is he going to pit now? Race leader is. Seb Hawkins in the pits. Yep, Stephen Grabowski's come in as well. Pretty much most of them have come through. Sam Bentham carries on. Gets himself a bit of clear air. Lee Woodburn just has a bit of an issue in the pits there, it seemed, in the background, but he's okay now. So this is Sam Bentham. We'll get the pit stops up on the left-hand side just so you can see who has pitted and who hasn't. Merchant is yet to stop as well, so Sam Bentham and Daniel Merchant there in the number 3 car. Seb Hawkins is just leaving the pits as well. So out he goes, and it's Woodburn, so... Oh wow, P5, says Anton. Wow, he's actually in P... Severin? No, doesn't work. I had to try it, But look at these all out the pits together. Forrest and then Correa as well in there. Daniele Guidici just comes out behind Victor Centelles. So you don't need to be a genius anyway to work out that it's Bentham and Merchant that still need to pit. At the front of the pack, this is Godden and Polmans side by side, and he was, of course, the pole man. As I've told people, no relation to Hans Mollman. Oh, look at that by Arthur Fry. He likes doing that. He's cut the nose off Carn Newen there. But Arthur is on a mission at the moment. He's not trying to pull a sword out of a stone or anything, but he's on it. And he did say, well, we did have reports, let's say, from the YouTube chat that he's had connection issues through practice. I hope it doesn't disconnect him from the race because he's done a great job at the moment. This is Daniel Merchant, still yet to pit, but he's got Seb Hawkins behind him for Abruzzi Esports. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I hope you're enjoying it, though. I hope you're entertained. Because I am. This racing is fantastic. So Seb Hawkins then, abruzzesports.com, you can see on the nose of the car. Sorry, abruzzi-esports.com. Make sure you check out Abruzzi Racewear as well, by the way, a good partner of Simracersworld. I was actually having a look on their website today, some of their kit, and it's fantastic. And with Sim Stickers as well. Sim Stickers do a massive range of stuff. I didn't quite realise the extent of everything they did until I had a proper look. Look at that around the outside there by Seb Hawkins. Of course, Merchant not bothered, he's into the pits. And that means now Seb leads the race overall. Hans Polmans is going to come through into second place. Paul Godden will be third. Arthur Fry. Oh no, Carl Newen, no! He's binned his car and he needs a new one. I hate myself. I hate myself. This is Daniele Guidici with John Tusting behind. John looking down the inside in the Quantum Racing car. He of course had that incident in race 1. Love the spec map on that car with the metallic down the nose. So at the moment, qualifying would be Hawkins, Polmans, Godden, Bentham, Fry, Grabowski, Correa and Woodburn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry and I'm not sorry. We do have to go back and look at this actually. Guidici and Tusting side by side, just behind them Matt Forrest. Racing in the Ardennes Forest at the moment. Oh, as Guidici runs a bit deep there, Forrest didn't really have anywhere to go. Nearly contact. This is nice and spicy as well. Sam Bentham, Paul Godden and Arthur Fry. There is a commentator's curse indeed. This is Arthur Fry. Whoa. That was a moment going into Pouhon. We'll stay on board with him just to see what develops here. These guys, of course, all qualifying for the final race at the moment, so they don't need to battle too hard. I mean, we saw Arthur playing it cool before and holding back, but these lot will take the last 8 spots on the grid in the feature race. So it's an extra grid spot for him. Oh no, Lee Woodburn is off the circuit. Lee was in a qualifying position and he's clearly annoyed at that. Here's a replay. Car's unsettled, he's on the throttle, and that is unfortunately the end of Lee's race by the look of it. He's sat in the pits, probably screaming. But Lee was doing so well and really turning it around from previous results. Seb Hawkins has taken the white flag and onto the final lap. And Arthur Fry, I'm not going to say he's cooking on gas again, but there you go. He's on the back of Paul Godden. Paul Godden. And with that, Fry has Godden himself another position. Fourth place now. He's got to keep his eye on the car behind him though. There's the not so unlucky 13, but yeah, look, Paul, he's not forcing the issue. He's just carrying on about his race, and he's just going to sit behind Arthur Fry now until the end, I reckon. Greg Parmenter is the last car that is going to be qualifying at the moment. The red and white car and the grey car at the bottom of his shot there. Victor Santella's just behind him. Henning Stuhlinger is side by side with Daniel Merchant a bit further down the order. Henning having a bit of a rough night himself, especially as the car was upside down in race 1. He had a massive accident at Monza as well, I believe. Oh, he's going to make the curb and he's run a bit deep there. Car's a bit out of shape, manages to save it, but to no avail. Seb Hawkins, by the way, is 8 seconds clear at the front of the pack. What a brilliant drive he's having. Hans Polmans is in second place. I'll just show you the battle box as well now. Look at that. 8.6 seconds between them. Oh, Stuhlinger. I had to say it, didn't I? Well, it's gone from bad to worse, unfortunately. Here's Bentham in third with Fry and Godden behind him. Arthur Fry, 11 places gained at the moment. Same with John Tusting. It's a shame he's not going to qualify at this rate, because he's putting an unbelievable effort. But heading his way into the final race of the night, and giving himself more work to do, is Seb Hawkins into the bus stop for the final time. Carries plenty of pace through there. 8.6 seconds in the lead. What a great drive. Seb Hawkins, everybody, takes the win. Loves it. Absolutely loves it. Hans Polmans is going to come home second in the Flemish Simsports car. Very well done. And Sam Bentham's just going to hold on from Arthur Fry. What a great drive from Arthur, though. Driver of the race for me there. Godin Grabowski gets through. Very well done for him. Car 77, position 7 for Louis Correa. And Greg Parmenter is the final car to make it through. Arthur Fry did the fastest lap of the race there on the final lap as well. Wow, what a great effort that was. The rest of the cars just finishing then. Daniel Merchant crossing the line. Henning Stuhlinger, well, he's going to want to put that car and that performance in the bin after this one. That was not a good night for him. Khan Nguyen, after that mistake earlier on as well, gave away a qualifying position for that feature race. Same happened with Lee Woodburn as well, I'm afraid. But it's those mistakes that get you places in the championship. Here's Paul Clist out the final corner. His teammate Phil Reagan is not the next car on circuit, but the next car for position. And through he goes across the line. And it's Chris Roberts in the virtual racing compound car. Chris will want to forget this evening. And Danny Fenning as well for SimStickers Academy. He's finished. He was just between the two Year 1 cars. Chris Roberts, he knows he's on stream, so he gives it a little bit of a weave down the straight, but he's going to just pull that car over, I imagine, and that will be the end of that one. Right then. So we've got a warm-up session now for these guys. Christophe Herbigneaux is straight out there, the first car to actually get going in this session. He is ready to rumble. So we'll have a bit of a build up to this one. We've got 10 minutes then of warm up to go. We'll have the timing on the left hand side. Louis Hankett, good evening, mate. Good to see you. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Don't forget, everyone, do give the video a like and make sure you do subscribe to Simracersworld TV. We've only got 7 likes on the video at the moment and over 30 people watching. Let's bump that up over at least 15, shall we, boys? Do it for Chaz. Do it for Chaz. Don't forget, of course, you can follow me on social media as well, Chaz Draycott Media. I will be launching my new website soon, so hopefully you all will see that as well, and keep an eye out for that one. But make sure you follow Simracersworld TV on YouTube. We've got a lot of series and exciting championships coming up. But just while the session is going on, I'm just going to set the cameras to auto for a minute. I'm just going to go get myself a drink. This is my drinks break bit. And I will be right back with you, everybody. So don't go away, because the best race of the night is going to get going in a few minutes' time. I am back, everybody. Thank you for your patience there. I should really remember to get a drink before I do these things, shouldn't I? But we're back now, just watching warm-up at the moment for the final race of the night. And what an exciting one this is going to be. I'm so stoked for this. These feature races never disappoint. They are always exciting. They're always full on. It's going to be a hell of an evening. I hope everything looks good though, everybody. I hope the quality has remained decent, and I hope the sound is good as well. I've played with the settings on this microphone a little bit. This is literally a £15 headset that I'm using for this. It's a £15 headset and I paid £10 for it, so there you go. Your £500 studio mics and your big boom mics. Ain't got anything on Microsoft's own engineering, it looks like. I'm absolutely in love with it, Sam. Make sure you don't take that off before. Well, I hope you don't take your purple helmet off. Don't take it off before the end of the season, anyway. Glad it sounds good, though, guys. Well, we're just getting into the rhythm before this final race, as are the drivers as well. I tell you what, like I was saying before, the guys that of course go through the heats and then get into the consolation and then get through the consolation into the final race, got a hell of a lot of work to do over the course of the evening. Pink is the new black, says Sam. Well, pink lives matter? No, we're not going to go down that route. Just to clarify, not that I disagree with anything behind that movement, just it's this isn't a political stream. Let's not go there, shall we? Let's enjoy ourselves. Well, we've got warm-up on at the moment. Just looking at James Forsyth and Tim Rutten having a bit of a dabble. And they send Louis Correa down the inside of the 988 there. And Kevin Zemstra, whoa, wheel to wheel. Very close indeed. Tim Rutten now going back at James Forsyth. And this is the thing, you know, these guys, it's always fun to watch them in a warm-up session, because while you would argue, yeah, warm-up's just for setting some lap times and it's a big something waving contest, you need to get the practice in, see how the track's evolved, see what the conditions are like. Then on top of that, you can use it to practice your racecraft. You know, you can get stuck in with some of the drivers that are going to be around you on track for this race. And just see where you're quick, where you're slow. Practice some moves. I mean, this is a circuit that we've seen where a lot of the chicanes, like the bus stop and Les Combes, if you go into the first part of it on the outside, you end up on the inside and you can actually get the move done. So it's certainly a track that's worth focusing on. Christophe Herbigneaux, don't forget, won the championship here last time round. Last time we visited Spa in the Simracersworld Formula 3 series. So he's going to want to take this win and get the championship points to really launch himself right up there into the fight. Tim Rutten having I think a moment is an understatement there. Oh my god. Wow, Tim. That was feisty. Let's just have a quick look back at that one. Are you ready, everyone? Strap yourselves in, because this is a wild ride. Oh, it's not even the right one, it was the lap after. There you go. I think it was just... Okay, so it was after this. We'll watch this then just as the session comes to an end, then we've got a minute left. We're not laughing at Tim Rutten, we're laughing with him. Because Tim would have had his eyes on stalks for this. He's also racing James Forsyth as well. Onto the brakes down the hill. Bruttle's hairpin, I believe, is it? Here we go then, through the left. Really wide, near the wall, car bounces around on the grass. Hey, up now. Woohoo! 1 to 5. Sam Bentham comes last in the feature race. Oh. Don't know. Disclaimer, not actually gambling. Oh, are we not? I have to remain... Oh, okay, Bart. I have to remain impartial here. I'm the commentator. I'm not allowed to have favourites. There's Dries van der Rijt. Look at him go. So the session finishing then. The drivers all think, oh, stuff it, let's just chuck it off the track. Holger Meifert definitely thinks that. And for the final time this evening then, we will have the grid. So, they line up, and here they are. Ross Nicholson, pole position from Christophe Herbigneaux. And then we have Tom Walstra, Bart Delman, Brian Loynes, Kevin Zemstra, Adrian Falcon, championship leader, Dries van den Rijk, car 8, position 8, Holger Meifert in 9th, James Forsyth 10th, Ben White, Ewan Marshall in 12th, and then we have Ben Hoffman, Josh Clogg, Sebastian Herbert, Tim Rutten, Seb Hawkins, Hans Polman, Sam Bentham, Arthur Fry, Paul Godden, Stephen Grabowski, Louis Carrere, and Greg Parmenter, 24th on the grid. So, we'll get rid of all the unnecessary stuff. Yep, the music. There is your pole sitter, Ross Nicholson. 14 laps here in this feature race. Plenty of time for these guys to have some fun. And of course make a pit stop. Anton Dupin's getting his bets in. Christophe Herbigneaux on the right, Ross Nicholson on the left, and the feature race at Spa Francorchamps for round 3 is underway. A little bit of smoke there from Ross Nicholson's car. And look at them all mingling already. Christophe Herbigneaux came across to defend. Adrian Falcon, championship leader, stuck up in the middle there. He's got Zemstra on his outside. Down the inside of him, I believe that was Brian Loynes in the 23. Looks like everyone's got away well. Arthur Fry, of course, back there after a great drive in the consolation race. Let's go on board, see what it looks like going up the hill. Everyone just filtering through, making sure they're not too wide. Seems like everyone's behaved themselves at the moment at the front. Ross Nicholson's just lost the lead to Christophe Herbigneaux. Look at Adrian Falcon moving around there. Into the lead though, Tom Walstra. What a bit of opportunistic driving there from Tom. Brilliant stuff. Gets it stopped as well. Bart Delman sitting there in 4th. He's ready to try and make a move. You've got Adrian Falcon going past Brian Loynes. He's gained 2 places. So's Ewan Marshall there in 10th. Oh, we had Seb Herbigneaux just off the circuit. And look at this behind as well. Seb Hawkins just ahead of Hans Polmans. Down the inside in front of him there is Ben Hoffman in the number 85 car. All over the back of Arthur Fry. And then Sam Bentham. He was side by side with Stephen Grabowski. He's gone wide there. That may be a slowdown for Sam. Stephen's on the left somewhere. We'll go back to Pouon. And there he is. And then behind as well, Louis Carrere down the inside of Greg Parmenter. Paul Godden at the back of the pack, unfortunately. And at the front, Walstra and Herbigneaux still fighting here. This is important for the championship, that these boys don't lose all the points that they're going to be getting at the moment. Look at this lot as well. Holger Meifert all over the back of Ewan Marshall. And you've got Josh Clogg in 12th. Josh really hasn't stood out like he did in season 1. Thank you, Anton. I know there used to be slowdowns for going wide there, if you really overdid it, but glad to know that they've got rid of that, because I thought that was a bit silly. So end of lap 1, Christophe Herbigneaux has taken the lead of the race again. And look at this. Look at this top sort of 7. Kevin Zemstra's down to 7th place. Oh, Seb Herbigneaux. Seb Herbigneaux's had an issue. He's dropped more places. Kevin Zemstra. Oh, sorry, I was thinking Tom Walstra. Damn you, facing forward. Look at this now, Walstra all over the back of Herbigneaux, side by side. It's like Senna and Mansell. Not quite. They're trying. Walstra straight over to the racing line. Delman up into 3rd. Falcon, car 5, P5. There he is. Click on the right one, Chaz. Seb Herbigneaux is dropping further and further down as this race goes on. He's lost 4 places. Holger Meifert runs wide, so does Ben White. Falcon's just gone past Ross Nicholson as well. So Adrian, championship leader, doesn't want to let anything slip. That's probably a better angle, isn't it? Let's have a look at Ross Nicholson chasing us down. I do like the Sim Stickers cars. I enjoyed their livery last season, but I think it looks even better in season 2. This is a great train of cars near the front. Dries van den Rijk has got James Forsyth right behind him as well. Look at that. just wondering what Dries van den Rijt thinks when he sees that train of cars ahead of him. Look at it. All that, and that's for the lead as well. No, that's not a fly on your screen, by the way. That's the aerial of the Dallara Formula 3 car. So there's the lead 6 in front. Dries van den Rijt is defending down the inside, and that is because James Forsyth is down the inside, nearly making contact there. Ewan Marshall as well, trying to get in there. Ben Hoffman and Seb Hawkins. Oh, Ben's gone off the circuit. Hans Polmans thinks, nah, I need clear air. Something has happened there with Ben Hoffman. Oh, he's just gone too deep into the chicane. Avoids the nasty curbs. He's back on. Look at this behind Seb Herbigneaux. Grabowski, Bentham, Correa and Parmenter. Parmenter gets to watch it all go on. That's 4 cars in front there. That's so close. Well, it looks like Herbigneaux didn't really get a very good run there. Grabowski side by side with him. Bentham looking like he's going to try and go through the middle. Louis Correa trying to open the door as well. Side by side until they come. Oh, there's contact between. Oh, Grabowski. And that was Herbigneaux making contact. Oh, Grabowski closed the door. The cars sort of tangle and Bentham gets hit in that as well. Has to be said though, Grabowski didn't leave the space. We all know what Fernando Alonso would say. It looks like Holger Meifert's got damage in the right rear there. The right rear wheel. Oh, apparently braking and then. Oh, that's just the sim updating the damage, what it displays for me at my end. Dries van den Rijt. What's happened to Dries? Bart Daleman's gone off the circuit and come back on. Is that anything to do with it? No. Dries van den Rijt. Oh, that's a hardware failure. Surely the wheel just goes straight. Manages to change down and get it into neutral. And that's such a shame for Dries van den Rijt. Fan favourite as well, Dries van den Rijt. Oh, Arthur Fry, by the way, is trying it on with Seb Hawkins down the inside. Doesn't quite work for him. He's going to go to the pits, is he? No, he's not. Turns across. Wow, commitment there from Arthur Fry. Bit of a wiggle on the way out. Beautiful. Side by side as they go across the line. Ben Hoffman's going to be laughing at this, waiting for a move. Chucks it over to the left. Oh, nearly makes contact as well with the back of Hawkins. They'll sort it out eventually, but this isn't over yet. Let me tell you that. This is not over. Tom Walstra and Christophe Herbigneaux swapping places again and again for the race lead. 10 laps to go in that one though, so plenty of time to catch up with them. This is Ben Hoffman now, threading the needle. Arthur Fry moves over a bit and says, don't try it, mate. Side by side though, a pair of them in front. Oh, Arthur Fry's gone really deep into there. Seb Hawkins manages to hold on. That was nicely played by Seb Hawkins, to be fair. He gave him the room. Well, Brian Loynes has gone past Adrian Falcon, who's had an issue. So we'll look what happens here. Does the car get out of shape? Wow! Oh, wow, beautiful. I tell you what. Adrian Falcon, what a save. Bart Daleman, what a bit of driving. What a bit of driving by Bart Daleman. That, I mean, I tell you what, I do like clap emojis in chat, but my lord, can we get some for that? Bart Daleman, what a bit of avoidance there. That was outstanding. And your wish is my command, Anton. There are the pit stops at the moment. Ross Nicholson in 17th place is the highest placed car of those that appeared. He has 8 seconds over Holger Meifert, so he is in clear air at the moment and in a safe place when it comes to the overall race. Adrian Falcon and Brian Loynes come in the pits. Walstra does the fastest lap of the race, 2:11.4, so he is not slowing down. I mean, he's in a Formula 3 race, so it'd be very silly to slow down, but you know what I mean. These guys are still putting their ultimate pace in. There's a very bright crowd. And here is the battle for the lead. Walstra and Herbigneaux just sort of teasing each other down towards Eau Rouge. Are they going to swap again? Herbigneaux now just down the left-hand side of Walstra. Walstra just slots in. And they're working together on going forward. Here's Josh Clogg. Fiercely forward. Trying to pass Ewan Marshall in the Meraki car. Down the inside he goes. And Ewan gives him all the room he needs. And through he goes. So, of course, nobody sort of proceeding into another race from this. This is out right now for championship points over the course of the evening. So, as you can imagine, the guys that have had to go through the consolation race and come back through and put all the effort in to get to this point will not want this race to be wasted. And it's easy to do that, you know, one slightly over-enthusiastic manoeuvre. You can put your car into someone else and that'll be it. Ollie Slade says he's got 3 cars in the top 6. My poor nails. Are you doing some joinery? Looks like Dries van den Rijt is back on the circuit, by the way. Unfortunately, down in 24th and last position. That's not what we like to see. Will either of these pit yet? No, of course they won't. Of course they won't. They don't want to give anything up. They're having a good race, aren't they? They're having a really good battle. Thank you for liking the video, by the way, everyone. We're up to 12 likes now. Still over 30 viewers, though. We want to hit that 15. If you guys can help out, that'd be a good one. Do it for Chaz. Come on. Make sure you subscribe to Simracersworld TV as well if you already haven't. Or if you haven't already, I think that'd be the right phrase, wouldn't it? Look at that slipstream there from Tom Walstra. Make sure that he shows Christophe Herbigneaux the condition of his tyres as he goes past. Just get a look at these things. Herbigneaux says, yes mate, they're the same Hancocks that I've got. Tito Granher as well, good to see him, eh? Good to see you in the chat. Welcome, welcome. That's a good strategy, Ollie, as well. Nice of you to let everybody know. Thank you for the info. Tim Rutten's got a bit of damage on the front left of his car. He's chasing down Seb Hawkins, but he's on for a top 10 at the moment, it's Tim Rutten. He's doing a great job. Tim had a very tough time with the first season, but he's doing absolutely brilliantly here this evening. We do have to keep an eye on this lead battle, though, because it's very, very spicy between Tom Walstra, the Dutchman, and Christophe Herbigneaux, the Belgian. You don't own the Formula 3 car, Anton? How dare you? It's a brilliant machine. Oh, Stephen Grabowski's gone off. He's decided that he wants to sandblast the chrome. Let's see if he got any help. He's not around anybody. Is he just going to... Oh, the curb really unsettled the rear end on that there. And off into the gravel he goes. And luckily, because iRacing's gravel is not very thick at all, he manages to carry on, which is good. Nah, that's understandable, Anton. I'm with you on that, mate. Anyone that may have seen as well, by the way, iRacing have done some very tasty updates. We're getting Hockenheim on iRacing eventually, which will be done in the coming months. We've got some cars in the pits, Ben White, Sebastian Hawkins and Tim Rutten. And not only that, but we're getting 3D grass as well, just in case your graphics cards aren't hemorrhaging enough. We're going to get 3D grass on iRacing, so it's not just going to be a flat image anymore. We're actually going to get grass blades. I believe they move. I'd imagine they move similar to the trees, which will be nice to see. Look at these pair. Walstra just sort of flicking the wheel a little bit to say, go on, come over, I dare you. Great fight between these pair though. Just looking back at who's done pit stops and who's not, by the way, on your left hand side of your screen. It's Ross Nicholson still that is top. Adrian Falcon 2.6 seconds behind him. So that is the battle. There's the gap visually. Adrian Falcon though still leading the championship, like I say, doing a great job of it. Look at these lot, 2 by 2. Holger Meifert just losing out there to Ben White. Tim Rutten and Hans Polmans as well. Oh, that's got... Oh, no! What happened there, Ben? Ben Hoffman just drives through Hans Polmans. Really not sure what happened there. The cars did a very, very strange sort of moulding together there. But Ben just showed no sort of sign of letting off or slowing down. I kind of hope at Ben's end that that was some sort of connection-based issue where he couldn't quite see Hans or something, but that was a real shame. It shouldn't have happened. And we've got Tom Wallstra in the pits. You may have just seen him diving in there. Look at this great battle we've got going on. This is Ben White, Holger Meifert, Arthur Fry and Seb Hawkins. The 4 of them covered by 0.8 of a second. Yes, Tito, I know. Car 420, nice. Not that I condone any of the use of the number 420. Anyway, Ben White, number 21, just on the outside there. He's going to get hung out to dry. Arthur Fry down the inside. Oh, Ben turns in, rightly so. Arthur Fry is there, though, and he does make the contact. Oh, never mind, Arthur Fry's not there anymore. There's commentator's curse. What have you done there, Arthur? Does he get help? No. Well, you made your own bed, unfortunately, in that scenario there, Arthur. So the battle's going on all over the place. Christophe Herbigneaux has a 22-second lead at the top end of this race. This is Tim Rutten just ahead of Ben White as they go up over the hill. Louis Carré, by the way, has gained 10 positions in this race. What a great drive he's having. Bring the pit stops up again, though. And you'll see Wallstra now leads the cars that have pitted. It's just Herbigneaux that hasn't. Excuse me. Bit of a hiccup caught me off guard there. So Herbigneaux's got 22 seconds over Tom Wallstra. He's got 4 seconds over Bart Delman. And championship leader Adrian Falcon is in 6th position. So he's actually lost a bit of ground after the pit stops. Josh Clogg's gained 5 places. He's 9th at the moment. But yes, as Ollie has said, it is hammer time for Tom Wallstra, who we'll go on board with for just a moment. Christophe Herbigneaux will be going in the pits any second now, if he does this lap, that is. And yes, he is pitting. There you go. So we'll stay on board with Tom Wallstra and see where he comes out then as we go through Blanchimont. Carries so much speed through the bus stop, doesn't he? Really does launch it in. Herbigneaux's still in his pit box. He's just left his pit box. Doesn't say he's on the pit exit properly yet. And there is the difference. So Tom Wallstra takes the race lead with a 2-second gap over Christophe Herbigneaux. Delman is now 3rd, Nicholson 4th, and Zemstra is 5th. Adrian Falcon is going to be chasing him down from 6th. But it's Tom Wallstra for Fiercely Forward that leads this race with 5 laps to go after this one. Tim Rutten and Sam Bentham doing their personal bests of the race. Sam Bentham just behind Greg Parmenter here. 0.4 of a second. No, the overcut definitely didn't work. Always go undercut. Always go in undercut with the pit stop strategy. Or try to anyway. You can't guarantee what your rivals are going to do, can you? Look at the run here from Sam Bentham. Surely he's going to get this done. Nice and late on the brakes from Sam. Gives Greg the room as well. Beautiful stuff. This is very sideways, Seb Hawkins. Ollie Slade says 5 quali laps incoming. Alright then. We'll see what the boys do. This is Holger Meifert all over the back of Seb Hawkins' car. It's been another mixed performance by the WS Racing Esports cars. Just trying to see the previous results, but it'll take me a bit too much time to do that. It's going to be close. Christophe Herbigneaux could do 10s, says Ollie Slade. Well, we know Herbigneaux's rapid. Here's Holger Meifert. Seb Hawkins moves the car to the middle of the circuit, as he's entitled to. Through Blanchimont, plenty of speed through there for both of them. Onto the brakes, into the bus stop. Down the gears. Herbigneaux is 2 seconds behind Tom Walstra at the moment. Here is the gap. So he's not in the slipstream. So he needs to crack on, really. Closest 2 cars on track, though, are these guys. That's a lie, actually. Ewan Marshall is now closing up to the back of Josh Clogg, and Josh has had a poor run up the hill. This is going to be easy for Ewan Marshall, unless Josh, of course, puts the car in the right place. On his left. Oh, Stephen Grabowski's had another issue, by the way. Going to have a look back at that in a second. Ewan Marshall around the outside into Lecombe, gets it done. Holger Meifert still can't get it done on Seb Hawkins, so Seb defending well. Side by side here, Ewan puts his nose down the inside. Josh is really having to defend here and work hard for this. Side by side again into No Name. Josh, of course, has the inside line. Ewan might get a bit of a run from it, but it doesn't seem that way. Again, great battles all over the circuit in this field. We'll have a quick look back at what happened to Stephen Grabowski. Oh, he's come out of the final corner. We've seen so many of them do this. And that's quite a quick spin as well. Nice recovery there from Stephen Grabowski. This is Tim Rutten in 14th place. Just ahead of him is Louis Correa, who's getting 10 positions in this race. Brilliant drive so far from Louis. Commentated on Louis in the Sunday Drivers MX5 series before. He does very, very well in that one. This is Josh Clogg, though, having to defend from that guy there. Ewan Marshall, number 201 in the Meraki racing car. Plenty of slipstream for him to feed on. And into the bus stop once again. Let's see what the overlap looks like from here. And look what the overlap looks like from here, because this is Seb Hawkins. Oh, Holger Meifert was in shot for a second there, but he's run very wide, unfortunately. And that is that. The gap at the front, by the way, is now down to 1.5 seconds from Tom Walstra to Christophe Herbigneaux. Last time round, Christophe did a 2:11.8 and Tom Walstra did a 2:12.2. So it's getting very close between those boys. We're on lap 11 of 14, so 3 laps to go after this one as well. We're only just on to lap 11. Here's Mr. Marshall giving it another go on Josh Clogg. Side by side again down towards Lecombe. Can't count the amount of times I've seen cars side by side into Lecombe. I can't count the amount of times it's gone wrong either, but those two, nice tidy stuff at the moment. But Ewan's really pushing here to try and get through. He's in the top 10, so he can be happy with that, but this of course now for championship points as Josh goes a bit deep into the Brussels hairpin. Through the left-hander of No Name. Wow, Josh got a really good run through there. It looked like the back end was a little bit out of shape, but he carried the momentum very well. Ewan there just trying to really carry the pace around Pouon. It's difficult to do in these cars because they do get affected by dirty air quite a bit with the amount of aero they've got on them, so they can wash wide. Gap at the front now down to 1.4 seconds, by the way, from Tom Walstra to Christophe Herbigneaux. So it's getting smaller bit by bit. It's just having its moments. This is a good fight at the moment from Ewan Marshall. Louis Correa is closing on to Holger Meifert and Sebastian Hawkins. You see the pair of them just ahead there. Oh, Louis a bit out of shape there. Commentator's curse, of course. But the field doesn't exactly spread out at the moment. It's just sort of matured, I think is the word. This is Kevin Zemstra with championship leader Adrian Falcon flying up behind him. Adrian's not been as exuberant in this round as he has in previous ones, but that moves car 5 up to position 5 temporarily. I'm sure Zemstra's going to defend this very well. Although, to be fair, Adrian, what a move around the outside. That was beautiful. Really nice move. Ewan Marshall and Josh Clogg still having their fight. Into Lecom. Ewan's going to try and do the same. He's going to be on the outside for the first part of the corner. On the inside, oh, the car was a bit out of shape in there. Just doesn't make it work. The gap for the lead now down to less than a second. Tom Walstra is going to be pushing for his life, but there in the background is reigning champion, and of course it's his home race here, Christophe Herbigneaux. 2 Belgians in the top 3 here at Spa at the moment, and it's a Dutchman leading, Ross Nicholson in 4th. He's having a bit of a lonely race at the moment, is Ross. Quite sure what's happened to Ben Hoffman, by the way. He's just lost a place to Arthur Fry. Let's have a look. Oh, Ben's just gone a bit deep in there, unfortunately. And Arthur takes the opportunity and sneaks through. But they're still close together, though. Still trying to catch back up, though, is Ben Hoffman. This is for 17th and 18th place. The battle for 9th, 10th and 11th is close as well. This is Seb Hawkins with Holger Meifert right behind him. You've got to be so careful not to tap the back of the car in front. No brake lights on these things, of course. Seb gets the car defending the apex nicely. Front of the field, by the way, Tom Walstra is now in slipstreaming range for Christophe Herbigneaux. Look at him, he's all over the shop trying to make sure that he breaks the draft. Sheds the speed off. Doesn't want to be moving around too much though, because Christophe Herbigneaux could just drive in a straight line. Oh, Ben Hoffman, as we've cut away from him, has had an accident, I'm afraid. Let's have a quick look at this very, very quickly. Oh, he just goes to avoid the back of Arthur Fry, and that was that. Look at this though, Tom Walstra, he's almost desperate now. He's just trying to move around a lot more. Josh Clogg, Holger Meifert, Josh Clogg and Ewan Marshall, Holger Meifert and Seb Hawkins side by side. Oh no, Ewan Marshall's off. Not sure whether there was contact to cause that. I hope there wasn't. Let's have a quick check. The battle for the lead still remaining the same. We just cut away from this. Yeah, Ewan just came off the steering lock there just to make sure it didn't hit him, but this is the battle for the lead then. Oh, Dries van den Rijt. Dries van den Rijt's had another incident and had to retire from the race. Such a shame. Dries has had a nightmare. It was going so well for him. We're coming on to the final lap now then, and this is the battle for the lead. With slipstream like that though, Christophe Herbigneaux's got to feel pretty confident at the moment. He's putting pressure on Tom Walstra here. so close between the pair of them. I'll try and bring you some good cameras for this one. See how it looks then from the back of Tom Walstra's car. You can see the suspension working away. Christophe Herbigneaux is all over the circuit, just making sure that he fills his mirrors in the fiercely forward car. Up the hill, Erosion Radion out of the way. Christophe Herbigneaux says, out of the way. Should be alongside any second now. There they are, they touch! There was a tap then, there really didn't need to be. Again, boys, moving in a straight line, come on. That scared the life out of anybody, that would. Look at it. It was a move to the left from Walstra. He's lucky, they got away with that. But in my eyes, it's not on. Don't need to do it. Josh Clogg and Ewan Marshall, honestly. We've seen some pairings over this season and the previous season, but I'm going to book a church for these pair after this one. In the Ardennes Forest as well. But here is your race lead battle then. Herbigneaux is going to feel a bit hard done by with the contact there. That may have scared the life out of him. Walstra defending hard though. Holger Meifer and Louis Correa as well, and Tim Ruttner all having a great battle further down. For 12th, 13th and 14th. There's only a handful of corners left to go now though for Christophe Herbigneaux to get the job done here. He's going to have a lot of slipstream though towards Blanchimont, so he's going to make sure he gets a good run here. What can Walstra do to defend this? I don't think there's going to be that much he can do. Herbigneaux goes to the inside. He's going to be past him before Blanchimont. Down the inside he goes then. Literally 2 corners to go then. In round 3 of the SimStickers Simracersworld Formula 3 series. Herbigneaux defends the inside, but Walstra's going to be on the outside for the first part and then inside for the second part. But no! Herbigneaux holds on. What a brilliant move to get it done. Christophe Herbigneaux wins in Belgium. Amazing racing between the two of them. Daleman finishes third, 2 Belgians on the podium. Nicholson finishes 4th. Adrian Falcon, championship leader going into this round. Car 5, P5. Can Ewan Marshall get this done on Josh Clogg? Can he do it? Doesn't look like it, unless he gets a mega run out of here and Josh messes it up with the rears. No, Josh Clogg just holds on. Fantastic racing, boys. Like I say, I'll be the official at the wedding for you. But wow, Christophe Herbigneaux, that was strong racing between those pair there at the end. Very, very enjoyable to watch. I'm sure Tom Walstra and the Fiercely Forward boys won't want to watch it again, but we will have to have a look at that move. It was just well executed, but to be fair, I thought that Walstra was going to come back at him around the outside and then have the inside for the second part. A lot of respect, of course, between the Fiercely Forward guys and Christophe Herbigneaux. But that was very close indeed. Very close. So I'll bring you the results once all the guys have finished. I'm just trying to see who is left to finish the lap. Grabowski's finished. Seb Heberer has also finished, so we should have results. I think it's waiting for Dries van den Rijt because Dries is a lap down at the moment. Here's the 2 SimStickers cars, Ross Nicholson and Brian Loynes, having a bit of fun on the cool down lap. We'll try and bring you the results though, see if they do come up. That's the qualifying results, so we don't want that. It won't let me bring up the because we've got that many sessions, it won't let me bring up the race results. Just bear with me, everybody. Sorry about this. I think it's still counting that it's not finished yet because Stephen Grabowski hasn't done his 14th and final lap. It does say finishing, so I don't quite think it's got there yet. You'll just have to bear with me 1 second while I try this. I have a lovely little drop-down box and some buttons to go through to bring up all the results for all the different sessions, but at the moment I can't see the final race. Yeah, it just doesn't count as finished yet, so sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. But that contact, though, that's going to be a talking point, and if obviously the boys do come in, I will interview them about it, so... Oh, wow. Dries Van den right there saying his wheel broke off. That's such a shame, mate. I hope it's not broken properly. I hope you can sort it. And thank you, Chris. Thank you, Christophe, mate. Very well done on your race win. That was awesome to watch. And we do have results. Stephen Grabowski finishes that lap. Christophe Herbigneaux wins by 0.2 of a second from Tom Walstra, and a very deserved second place as well for Tom, because that was a fantastic fight. Really did enjoy that one. Bart Delman third, Ross Nicholson fourth. Good drive from him. Adrian Falcon finishes fifth ahead of Kevin Zemstra and Brian Loynes. We then have James Forsythe for Year 1 Racing Alpha Live. A bit under the radar there for James, but he'll be happy. Josh Clogg up to 9th. Again, Josh just not as on fire this season as he was last season. Ewan Marshall rounds at the top 10. Seb Hawkins in 11th. Louis Correa in 12th. More points for him. Tim Rutten 13th with Holger Meifert in 14th ahead of Ben White, the other Year 1 Racing Alpha Live car. Then it's Paul Godden in 16th with Arthur Fry 17th and Sam Bentham in 18th position. Getting distracted for a second there. Ben Hoffman 19th. Greg Parmenter rounds out your top 20. Hans Polmans, unfortunately, a minute down at the end of that one. Seb Heberer just over a minute down as well. Stephen Grabowski 3 minutes down, and Dries Van den Right 2 laps down from the end, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Mr. Hoopman, for your comments regarding the commentary. I really do hope you enjoy these broadcasts, guys. It's a lot of fun. I do them single-handedly. But, of course, I do have to thank, as well, Bart Delman for all of the information that he does give me leading up to these. I get PDF documents and spreadsheets and paint packs. I get everything sent to me a good few days before as well. And then, me being me, I leave it till probably half an hour beforehand to get it all ready. But Bart loves me for it, and I love Bart for it as well. But what a fantastic feature race we had there. We're just going to skip back to further on in the broadcast and see who we have for an interview. And well, it looks like we've got two very interesting names to join us in this one. So far anyway, we're just waiting for a couple more people to jump in for an interview. Just waiting for the replay to kick in. So, we'll bring in the first of the drivers to be interviewed this evening then. Tom Walstra joins me in the box after a very, very well fought second place in that one. You must have been, I think the word's probably sweaty after that battle, Tom, because that was hard work by the look of it.
Man, I'm completely wet, I must say. Oh, what a race, yeah. Happy to end up P2, but I was definitely aiming for that P1 spot, so yeah, a little bit gutted, but it is what it is. You know, Christophe is a very fast driver, and to be able to battle with him until the end, yeah, great race, awesome.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun for sure. I mean, we've just seen your lap 1 move there where you took the lead 3 wide into Les Combes, and it's moments like that, I've said this a few times this season already, that when you're under such pressure in a race format like this, you have to just go for those moves, don't you? You can't hang around.
Yeah, that's right, and I knew that from previous races where I was the car on the outside of that specific corner, that you should be on the inside when you go 3 wide. So I saw that there was a space, and I just braked a little bit later and made the move done. So I had to do it because otherwise they would hold me up, or we hold each other up. So that's why. Luckily, it paid off.
Yeah, it looked like through a lot of that race, you were sort of working with Christophe a bit just to try and break away from the field. Did you sort of, I mean, I know you probably weren't communicating directly, but did you feel that that was the same on both sides, that you both wanted just that space to have a battle?
For the first few laps, I saw him going to the outside at the beginning of the straight, so I knew that he was just letting me go through and to make a gap, but after like 4 or 5 laps, I had enough of it. I wanted to pass him and take the battle on, and he did as well. So and I think we had some great fair battles. We also touched the last lap.
Yeah,
so that was a bit too close for comfort, but props to him for making it happen and still winning.
Yeah, it was smashing to watch, mate. Very well done, of course, as well. A lot of championship points for you out of that one. Just before I let you go tonight, though, do you want to give anybody a shout-out?
Yeah, I want to thank my team for the support, and I also want to thank my lovely girlfriend. She's watching, also for the support. So there you go.
Smashing. Well, I hope she's enjoyed the stream as well. And I'm sure she'll be very happy and pleased with your second place tonight. Of course, you led most of the race as well, though, so you can at least go away with your head held high knowing that as well, Tom. But
yeah, that's right.
Cracking. Well, good to speak to you, mate. Thank you very much, and we will see you in a few weeks' time.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Cheers. Tom Worlstra there, finishing second in the feature race this evening, and well, the drive that actually finished behind him there, who's clearly just come from a funnier conversation than this one, is Bart Daleman. And Bart, that looked like, to be honest, not too much drama for you tonight, and some good points from it.
Yeah, after last season, where I lost the team championship on Spa versus SimStickers, I'm very happy that I didn't have any problems on Spa today. I had the pace to keep up with the guys, but I didn't have the consistency. That's a problem. It's something I have to work on in the season. But I made progress from the last 2 rounds. I can pull the same lap times, but I have to learn to pull those lap times over and over again, like those guys are doing. So that's something to work on for Donington.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the thing, is as a driver, even in sim racing as well, you always need to look how to develop. And to be honest, a lot of these drivers, I'm sure you'll agree, have just got better and better with time, haven't they? The field is always improving.
Yeah, unbelievable. The level is so much higher than season 1. If you look at guys like Grabowski, last season he was last of the pack almost consistently, but now this season he is really improved. You can see that he really worked on his racing game, and that's with all the guys. A lot of the guys that come from season 1, they really improved, and now I have the difficult task to all put them in classes for next day, so that will be a discussion point with my admins.
Yeah, there certainly are. I mean, we've briefly discussed as well, changes week on week, tweaking the format, but it seems to be very enjoyable. I mean, it's brilliant to broadcast, I must say, and I know that the drivers are enjoying it as well. How's it been from your side, just putting your sort of league organiser hat on for a second? Has it been a bit of a nightmare, or has it been all right? Because these guys seem pretty cooperative with everything.
Yeah, well, the one thing I'm really big about is drivers' input on the series. I did that in season 1 as well. Give drivers a forum to give their opinion about the series. And after round 2, after round 1, I talked with my admins. What can we change? How can we do it? And after round 2, after Monza, I really sent a poll to all the drivers, and they could decide if they wanted a difference. And the only thing that everybody was agreeing on that there would be a better chance for the Constellation to get into that feature. That's why we increased the amount in the Constellation. And if drivers have feedback, they always can come to me, and if we can implement it, if we maybe for next season or this season, if it's possible, then they can always DM me.
Smashing stuff. Well, very well done tonight, Bart. More championship points, like I say. Just before we let you go though, buddy, do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, thanks to all the drivers, thanks to SimStickers. Paul Godden also helped me a lot, and Ross Nicholson with creating this format. And they give me a lot of feedback when I pitched my ideas. And also the rest of my admin team, Matthijs for the protest videos that he's making. And a lot of the drivers as well, because I had this season a little bit more stewards, and like Taylor Lane, Ben White, they all came to me, Kevin Zwemstra also. They also volunteered to come in the stewards team and help me out with the protest. So thanks to all of them.
Smashing. Well, great to speak to you, Bart. Thank you very much, and we will see you in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, see you in a few weeks.
Cheers. Right then, we have time to just drag one more driver into the box to put up with my terrible voice for a few more minutes, and we catch him as the replay shows him in the pit lane. So a very exciting race for you, Mr. Nicholson, but still, 4th place, plenty of points for you. You must be pleased with
that. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. After the first 2 rounds, that was quite nice to actually have some pace around that track. So yeah, I'm happy with 4th, a little bit disappointed. I think I could have done better. Starting on pole, probably hampered me more than being on pole.
Yeah.
Just losing all that toe down that straight and straight into P3, and then cold tyres, losing the toe, then Bart getting past. So yeah, it went from starting on pole to not very good first lap.
Yeah, it's quite strange how a race can be determined by just the first few sort of corners like that, isn't it? I mean, when it all filters down and everyone spreads out a bit, depending on where you are in the pack, and especially after pit stops, it's difficult to know where all your rivals are. Obviously, there's not as many people on the pit wall in sim racing as there is in real life monitoring what's going on. So you have to calculate it all in your head, and it puts a lot of pressure on, doesn't it?
Yeah, because of the bad start, but I pitted early to try and put some laps in, clean laps with no one near, and the car was so much heavier that I could see that, because I could see Bart's lap times, and Bart was where I was aiming, and he was still doing 4 attempts a lap quicker than me.
Yeah.
And it's just having that extra weight round Spa just didn't help. But yeah, it's you never know. You pit early, and you're just sitting in P16, and you think, I'm not quite sure where he's going to come out. And
Yeah.
I think I had someone come out literally just next to me. I think it was Kevin, and I was just praying that I was more than 7 temps ahead going into the straight, so I didn't give him the toe, and then it was just flat out to try and catch Bart at the end. I knew keeping the rear tyres, stopping the rear tyres from overheating was going to play a big factor, which I know Bart was struggling at the end of the race, so managed to close the gap, just needed one more lap.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that you couldn't quite get that battle underway, but still, you leave here with a lot of points from tonight, and like you say, the difficulty of the race probably didn't reflect the result you wanted, but it's still good to see all the same. You know, like you said, you've got good pace around here, and hopefully it continues for the upcoming rounds. We do have to cut it short, unfortunately, though. We have gone over the 2-hour mark, but before I let you go there, Ross, do you want to give a shout out to anybody, buddy?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone at Simracersworld for everything they do with the league and hosting all the practices for us all to join. Thanks for yourself, the great broadcast. I always end up going back the following day at my lunchtime and just sit there and watch the whole broadcast back. And thanks to Paul at SimStickers. Helps me out a lot with PC problems, everything. He helps us out greatly. So yeah, just thanks for everyone.
Cracking. Well, nice to hear, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed the broadcast. There was so many puns about names tonight that you'll probably feel sick listening to it. So I'm sure that you'll have a good giggle at it. But thanks for joining me there, Ross. And of course, we'll see you in a few weeks' time.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
And that rounds out our evening here at Spa in the SimStickers Simracersworld Formula 3 Series. Another great night of racing, a fantastic format here for us all to enjoy. And this season is just going to get better and better. Of course, the drivers get put into, I believe, a Pro and Am class setup as of next week as well. Sorry, in the next 2 weeks at the next round. So things are only going to get more and more, well, I don't want to say complicated. It's going to get more exciting and more interesting. Thank you everybody that has watched. Thank you everyone that's liked the video so far. And of course, subscribe to Simracersworld TV if you haven't already. My name is Chaz Draycott, your host for the season. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Have a great evening.